How's it going, you guys? Epic here with another tutorial for you guys this week on the touchdown rise swing through cork. It's a very fun movement, obviously, because we're doing a tutorial on it and everybody does it these days. It's probably the most basic thing you can do when it comes to learning your swing through corks, because a touchdown rise sets you up perfectly into that swing through. If you don't have a rise or a touchdown rise, I recommend getting that down. If you don't have a corkscrew, I recommend getting that down as well, or at least a good understanding of a full twist. You can actually have a full twist and then pop a swing through cork out of this very easily. But we'll go through that later in the tutorial. So, get those movements down real quick before we go on any further. Let me demonstrate the movement and we'll go through breaking it down. So there you have it. Touchdown rise, swing through cork. You can add that hook kick in the beginning if you want to. I do it just for momentum purposes. It's a lot of fun to do it out of a combo or into a combo or in the middle of a combo. I recommend the touchdown rise because when you plant that hand, it makes it easier to set you up into that motion. Otherwise, if you're going into that rise, you have the risk of going off to at an angle. So make sure when you're coming out of it, you're coming down straight, not at an angle. Because if you take off at an angle, you're gonna land at an angle. So make sure you're really controlling that bit. Again, if you guys don't know about the rise, it's very similar to an aerial, but you twist your hips the opposite way. So when you're doing an aerial, you make sure that you're facing the ground still, versus when you're doing a rise, you turn your face towards the sky or the ceiling. So keep that in mind when you're doing this motion. As you're coming around, make sure you can see that ground, and when you see that ground, you plant that hand, then you plant the foot. So hand, then foot, that leg comes around, swings through all the way, and you lift up. When you're doing that takeoff bit into the swing through cork, what you want to think about doing is using your whole body. So, apart from just swinging the leg, you're also throwing your hips up, you're throwing your arms and swinging those up, you're pushing off that other support leg, just come out on the ball of your feet, and spring up. Leg swings, arms swing up, hips shoot up, leg pushes off the ground. Wait till you're in the air before you twist. Don't twist as you're going up. If you twist as you're going up, you're gonna cut your flip short. You're gonna get the rotation maybe fast enough, but your flip is gonna be low. So make sure you're literally focusing on going up and then twist. That's gonna make a huge difference. As you're coming out of your full twist or your corkscrew, you wanna make sure that you have plenty of time to see that ground, because when you land, you don't wanna land here. The same thing with the rise. When you're coming out of your rise, you don't want to be here. The reason why you never want to finish a trick or any type of movement bent over is because if you're going to do a combo out of it, you're going to have to launch yourself out of it. That's a lot of stress and a lot of strain that you don't really want to use. So try and practice landing your tricks standing up as tall as you can. Not only will it help the overall landing, but if you're going to do a combo out of it, like let's say for example, I'm going to do a touchdown rise, swing through cork, swing through cork. I want to finish that cork standing up. That way when I bring that leg through, I'm already there. And that makes that other extra cork that much easier for me. When it comes to doing your actual cork motion, the straighter your whole body is, the faster you're going to spin. So think of it this way. Aside from the whole punching the armpit motion to get your upper body turning, you got to make sure your hips and shoulders stay aligned. Otherwise you're going to land awkwardly. You want to make sure that structure stays right there so you can twist. And remember, don't just go like this. That little bit here is not going to get you all around. You got to follow through. So, once you're up in the air, think about bringing that foot together. So you're up and then wrap, all right? And then it all kind of happens naturally from there. If you have your full twist though, this is gonna be much easier. Now, for progressions. If you're not sure if you can just toss this right off the bat, here's a couple things you guys can do. When you're coming out of that rise, instead of swinging through that leg, if you're not sure if you can just commit all the way, plant that foot down. So you're coming here, plant it down, still make sure you're landing straight up, and then set into it. So as you're coming out, make sure you bend your legs a little bit, just slightly, and then stand back up as you're setting up for that full twist. That's going to make it that much easier. That way you're still combining the two movements in one movement, in one fluid motion. The more you do that, the easier this is going to be. And then whenever you feel ready for it, just work on swinging that leg through here, and then do the same motion as the full twist. A couple of progressions, if you guys aren't sure about the whole full twisting motion, just work on bringing that leg up through and just kind of hopping out of it. So you're coming out of your rise, make sure you bring that leg up and just kind of hop like that. That's going to get you used to actually jumping out of it and then swinging that leg up all the way. If you guys are familiar with bombing, bomb out of it. If you're not sure if you can do it, just come out, boom, and just bomb. Do something fun with it. Lose that fear of falling by actually falling. Learn how to fall, and you'll never be afraid of falling. So you can take control of when you're in the air. You'll know how high you are from the ground. You know where you are in the ground. You know if you're going to land your head, if you're going to land your shoulder, and how to maneuver your body in the air to not injure yourself. That's pretty much the gist of the touchdown rise swing through corkscrew. I hope that helped a lot of you guys. Anything else, toss your tips, ideas, things that you have done to help other people, things that you've done to teach other people, things that you've done that helped yourself in the comments below so other people can learn as well. If you guys have video responses that you guys can post up to show that my tutorials work for you guys, definitely do that, because it reassures me that my tutorials are not a waste of time and that they're helping out all of you guys out there getting your corks, getting your movements, your parkour, your free running, your tricking, etc., etc. Again, I'm Epic, and this is a tutorial for the touchdown rise swing through cork. Thanks a lot for watching. Here's some slow-mos. Oh yeah, stay positive.